When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm ready and 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just get...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Hey, alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
180! I got you!
They run again on first down. Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line. Hey, switch gears. Check 4.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Uzomah. Now the ball comes loose, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 53, check.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
53 to Mike. 53.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A quick throw now complete to Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Bryant has it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go now. 3. And 3. Mike. Gotta do better.
Hey, 31.
DB, come on. Shoot.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score Browns 7, Bengals 0. Randy Bullock on for the field goal.
Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, Help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A run for Nick Chubb. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On the ground, it's Chubb. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. 23 yards on the play. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 22 yards there, a first down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Up, up.
And it's third down.
Hey, over. Lunch 49. Regular.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. On the carry, it's Chubb. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Howard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They run it again with Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now Hunt, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Watson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Hey, on 133. Check 13. Check 13. Real. SOS. Hurry. SOS.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. Mike 8. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be hurry.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Maybe a free play for Watson. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They decipher.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. Does the big boy have the juice? And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Aguilar has it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Watson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.